How's it going, Pokemon fans? Last time I caught a level 100 Gengar, and now I'm ready to take on the Pokemon world and catch them all. First, I'm going to head back to the Pokemart in Viridian City. I'm going to buy all of the Pokeballs that my pockets can carry. Luckily, we got some of that Hermione Granger bag magic on our side, but first we're going to head over to Route 22 and see what wild Pokemon we can find there. First, I'm going to switch Charmander to the front of my party so that I can just weaken Pokemon rather than instantly kill them.
Pokemon Punch!
Over on Route 22, I found a Rattata, Nidoran male, and a Nidoran female, who's pretty rare in red version. Oh yeah, and Spearow. You'll notice over on the main screen of the Pokedex that different versions of the game are going to have different Pokemon in every area. Older players know this, but for those newer players, if you're playing blue version or yellow version, you're going to have a way different order of catching these Pokemon than I am. Just pay attention to that Pokedex and I'll do my best to fill you in along the way. Anyway, next I headed up Route 2 and I found myself a Pidgey. Then I made it back to Viridian Forest, and this time there's no creepy ghosts around. We're gonna catch some simple bug Pokemon. First, I found a Kakuna. Then I accidentally fainted it. But it's all good, because Charmander got enough experience points to evolve into Charmeleon. Not to overcomplicate things once again, but you might notice that my Pokedex counter did not raise for this. That's because I'm going for a living dex. That means I'm trying to catch all 151 Pokemon in my PC boxes. So since this Charmeleon will eventually be a Charizard, it only counts for one number towards my total. I'll need to acquire 2 more Charmander later. You might think this is impossible, but I have some secret methods to show you in a later video. We'll get to all that stuff later. For now, just focus on catching all of the Pokemon that you can. Next, I caught 2 Kakuna for real, a Weedle, and a Pikachu. As I'm playing my game and reliving my childhood nostalgia, I'm starting to notice something. I hold B and up every single time that I throw a Pokeball. I have a little story to tell you guys, and I want you to tell me if you remember anything like this. I was in a store with my mom when I was a kid. Maybe it was Sears or JCPenney, I don't know, wherever they sold Pokemon in the early days, back when Red and Blue came out, and I saw a sticker on the floor that said if you hold B and up, you'll have a better chance at catching Pokemon. I have wondered to this day what that sticker was, where it came from. I have found zero information online except for a couple of people who said they remember something similar. If you have any information or memories about this, go ahead and hit me up because I'm really curious about this. This has been proven false by the coding of the game, so whatever the sticker was, it was a complete and utter lie, but ever since then I've held B and up in every single game. Crazy how just seeing one thing when you were a kid set you up for a lifetime of doing something that you don't need to do. Anyway, back to the game. Next I caught a Caterpie, and 2 Metapod. Now I'm ready to head into Pewter City and take on the gym. Beating Brock should be a breeze, I'll just have my big ghost lick his rock balls. Yep, I just said that. Anyway, let's move on. Gengar pounded Brock's rocks into the ground, and now I got my boulder badge. Next, we'll head east to Route 3. Route 3 is chock full of Pokemon trainers. It's kind of annoying, but there are 2 good reasons why you should battle them. 1, you can gain a lot of money and go back to Pewter City and keep buying Pokeballs for your adventure. And 2, it'll give you some valuable experience points if you want to evolve some of your Pokemon. A lot of people just wait till the end of their run to evolve their Pokemon because farming rare candies using the Missing No glitch is so incredibly easy, but I like to play it as I go. While training here, I evolved one of my Kakuna into Beedrill. I also found a Jigglypuff in the tall grass. Then eventually you'll come to your first cave, Mount Moon. Stepping inside, you'll find a Zubat. It's not that hard to find one, trust me. It's not that hard. One thing you're gonna want to grab in Mount Moon is a Moonstone. This is a rare evolutionary item, and there are only a handful of them in the game. Several Pokemon need this to evolve, so I'd save it till later. Except for I didn't do that, but you'll see. You can find it tucked behind a ladder on the first floor. Next I caught a Geodude, and 2 Clefairy. Clefairy are pretty rare, so stick around for a while if you're trying to get one. Then, I regrettably used my Moonstone to evolve one of my Clefairy into Clefable. I should have saved it till later, but I was too excited. Evidently, you can find Paris in Mount Moon as well, but I ran out of Pokeballs. I don't have time for this. I'll get them later. At the end of Mount Moon, I chose the Helix fossil, which eventually turns into Ammonite. After exiting Mount Moon, I finally made it to Cerulean City. After healing up and grabbing some more Pokeballs, I headed back to Route 4 where I found an Ekans. Now with all that behind us, it's time to head north to Route 24 in the Nugget Bridge. Oh no. Yes!
In your face.
As you make your way up Nugget Bridge to this tall grass, do not battle this trainer. Avoid him at any cost. He is very important for a glitch that we're going to perform later. Carefully keeping to the left side over here, we're going to find an Oddish and 3 Abra. Aber like to teleport right away, so be sure to just chuck your balls and hope for the best. After more training, I was able to evolve one of my Metapod into Butterfree, and I am never letting mine go. I finally made it to Bill's cottage, and he gifted me the SS ticket for turning him back into a human again. After the long trek up and down Route 24, I'm finally ready to take on Misty. After beating Misty, I went south to Route 5, where I caught 2 Mankey. I then kept heading south, as far south as I could go, and I eventually ended up in Vermilion City. I took a visit to this guy's house, and he gifted me an old rod for confessing my love for fishing. I then was able to use the old rod to catch a Magikarp. Now it's time to put the brakes on the catch-em-all phase and do some boring story stuff. I have to board the SS Anne, hopefully beat my rival again, rub the captain's back, get cut, go to the gym, beat Lieutenant Surge after playing his ridiculous game of Peeky Hide and Seeky in the garbage can. And now, we can finally move on. I can now enter Diglett's cave and catch myself a Diglett and a Digtrio. Digtrio are fairly uncommon, so it might be better just to catch 2 Diglett and evolve one later. Then I'll head east to Route 11, the only Pokemon I need over here is Drowsy. I'll head back to Vermilion City, and before I skip town, I'm gonna head over to the Pokemon Fan Club. In return for listening to the chairman's inspiring story about the one time he rode a Rapidash in a dream, he'll gift you a bike voucher. You can take this to Cerulean City and get a bike. Except for I totally forgot about the bike voucher until much later. That's okay, who needs a bike anyway? Walking's good for you. Now armed with unlimited cutting power, I'm gonna use Diglett's cave to backtrack to Pewter City. There, I can cut down this tree and access the employee's entrance to the museum. Inside, one of the workers is going to gift me ancient remains of a Pokemon. He's very insistent that I bring this thing back to life, but I've seen Jurassic Park, I'm not gonna do that. Well, I guess Professor Oak did say I need every Pokemon. Anything for the Pokedex. Also with Cut, I can now access the part of Route 2 that's behind the tree line. There I'll find a house with one of Professor Oak's aides inside, and as long as I've caught 10 different kinds of Pokemon, which, I mean, who's counting, right? He'll give me HMO5, which includes Flash. You're going to need this to get through the rock tunnel. Now, unfortunately, it's time to head all the way back to Cerulean City. Head to the right side of town and you'll find a lone tree that you can cut down. And then all of a sudden, you're on Route 9. Route 9 has a bunch of trainers to battle if you want some experience points, as well as Voltorb. I forgot about Voltorb. Sorry, Voltorb. So after a quick jaunt through Route 9, you'll finally arrive at Rock Tunnel. Make sure you top Flash to one of your Pokemon, step inside and use it, and you'll light up the tunnel. As a quick side note to Yellow version players, if you go ahead and talk to your Pikachu inside of Rock Tunnel, he'll actually spark up a bit and light up the cave. It's kinda cool. Anyway, while we're in here, we can catch a couple of new Pokemon. There's Machop and Onix. While you're making your way through, it's pretty straightforward. There are a few items that you can gather if you want. Go ahead and just make your way through the cave, and once you exit, you'll be in the spooky and eerie location of Lavender Town. That music makes it really chilling here. Don't listen to it for too long, and definitely don't look up Pokemon Black version on Creepypasta. No, I'm not talking about that Pokemon Black version. I'm talking about this Pokemon Black version. Just stay away. Don't do it. Technically, if you want to, you can go into the Pokemon Tower and battle your rival at this point in the game, but there's no reason to do that right now. We can just save it for later. Instead, let's head west to Route 8. Behind this tree in the tall grass, I was able to pick up a Growlithe in red version. Then keep heading west. Head west, all the way west as you can go, and then all of a sudden you'll finally be in Celadon City. Once you're here, head up behind the buildings, and there's actually a secret entrance in the back of this one. If you take the staircase all the way to the roof, you'll find a secret building hiding here. Head inside, and there's a lone Pokemon sitting on a table just waiting to be stolen. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take it. This Pokemon is gonna be Eevee. I guess it's ours now. Adios. Time to head off to the gym. Feeling a little tired after battling Erica for my rainbow badge, it's time to go on an impromptu shopping spree. Be sure to grab a fresh water from the vending machine on the top floor. You're gonna need this to get into Saffron City. At this point in your adventure, your pockets should be overflowing with money. Go ahead and stock up on Great Balls. Also see what TMs they have available. I got Mega Punch for my Gengar, so you can, punch with these stubby little arms and stuff. Anyway, we're gonna call it quits for now. Join me next time where I take down one of the most evil organizations the Pokemon world has ever known. Bye. I think I really need to reevaluate my life choices. I just gave up going on a cruise ship to go hunt Pokemon. I could have been, you know, all-you-can-eat buffets, water slides, suntan lotion. Every Pokemon Ever is 100% non-profit, by the fans, for the fans, but there is a way that you can help out. We're supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. Donate today and help end childhood cancer.